Hello, this is Mrs. Hall. I'm going to be reading Document E from Mansa Musa's Hajj Mini Q. This document that we're looking at comes from a source, Al-Umari, from a text called Masalik al-Absar, written in 1337 through 1338. Al-Umari was an Arab scholar and the son of a Cairo official. He did not meet Mansa Musa when the Hajj arrived in Cairo in December of 1324, but several years afterward he interviewed people who had. He included their observation in his cyclopedia, Masalik al-Absar, excerpted below. From the beginning of my coming to stay in Egypt, I heard the talk of the arrival of the Sultan Musa on his pilgrimage, and found that the Karinas, people of Cairo, eager to recount what they had seen of the African prodigal, wasteful spending. I asked Emir Abu, and he told me of the opulence, luxury, extreme wealth, many virtues, and piety of his Sultan King. When I went out to meet him, that is, on behalf of the mighty Egyptian Sultan al-Malik al-Nasir, he did me extreme honor and treated me with the greatest courtesy. Then he forwarded to the royal treasury many loads of unworked native gold and other valuables. I tried to persuade him to go up to the citadel to tell the Sultan, but he refused, persistently saying, I came for the pilgrimage and nothing else. I do not wish to mix anything else with my pilgrimage. He had begun to use this argument, but I realized that meeting the Sultan was repugnant to him because he would be obliged to kiss the ground and the Sultan's hand. I continued to cajole him, and he continued to make excuses, but the Sultan's protocol demanded that I should bring him into the royal presence, so I kept on at him till he agreed. This man, Mansa Musa, flooded Cairo with his benefactions or gifts. He left no court, emir, nor holder of a royal office without the gift of a load of gold. The people of Cairo made incalculable profits out of him and his suite in buying and selling and giving and taking. They exchanged gold until they depressed its value in Egypt and caused its price to fall. This has been the state of affairs for about 12 years, until the day by reason of the large amount of gold which they brought into Egypt and spent there. One thing to take note of here, our writer Al-Umari is not giving us a first-person account. He wasn't there when Mansa Musa passed by. So it's important to note that. He is writing about the lavish display of power, the pageantry, from the perspective of interviewing others who were there. He interviews Egyptian officials, religious leaders, and common citizens to gather this information. One other thing to take note of is that on his way back home, Mansa Musa does stop in Cairo again. And according to one source, it said that he spent so much money that he needed to borrow money for his return journey back. So he's giving gifts to officials along his way to Mecca, and upon his return, it's believed that he might have needed some assistance. The text that we just read also mentions that Mansa Musa had given out so much gold in Egypt that it actually devalued gold in Cairo and Egypt itself. Now let's go over the questions. First question says, whom does Al-Umari quote in his account? That's an important question to look at. So if we look at the text, right here it tells us that he's quoting Emir Abu in his account. How did Mansa Musa treat his Cairo host? If we look at this text, right, this part of the text, it says that he treated them with honor and with great courtesy. So he treated them lavishly with lots of generosity. Next question. What did Mansa Musa say when asked to meet with the Sultan of Cairo? Might there have been another reason for his refusal? When Mansa Musa is asked to meet with the Sultan, he comes back and says, I came for the pilgrimage and nothing else. I do not wish to mix anything else with my pilgrimage. So he claims that this is not a political affair and therefore he doesn't want to meet with the Sultan. But if you read a little further on, it gives us a little bit more information. It says, but I realized that meeting with the Sultan was repugnant to him because he would be obliged to kiss the ground and the Sultan's hand. So basically he would have to bow down and salute another king when he himself is a king. So that would be rather unpleasurable for Mansa Musa. Next question. How did Mansa Musa's actions affect the Egyptian economy? It says right in here, Mansa Musa flooded Cairo with his benefactions or gifts. He left no court emir, no holder of royal office without the gift of a load of gold. The people of Cairo made incalculable profits out of him and his suite in buying and selling and giving and taking. They exchanged gold until they depressed its value in Egypt. So when we talk about the depressing the value of anything, meaning it devalued gold itself. So he gave away so much gold that it flooded the market and it brought down the value of gold for the next 12 years after he stopped by Cairo. Okay, now let's look at your journal entry. Your journal entry for this one, make sure that you label it Cairo, July 1324, afternoon. It reads, you arrived in Cairo this morning and the city was abuzz with activity and excitement. There are rumors swirling that Mansa will not meet with the local sultan. Meanwhile, great amounts of gold are being given to the people of Cairo. How do you feel about the excitement surrounding your visit? What are your thoughts about how much gold is being distributed? Take a few moments to write your thoughts in this journal. Make sure to write it from the perspective of your character and that you answer all parts of the question. Good luck! Have fun!